Hey everybody, Shay here. Welcome back to another blind let's play of Steins. We're going to be continuing our worldline experience and going to try to get to the Nyan cafe in this sitting. Let's see how far we get. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heart is now becoming unbearable. The heat is now. I was looking over to my settings to see if I was recording. I grabbed an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check at channel on my phone. See, I remembered that scene had to come, but I was like, how do I get there again? How do I get to the internet? Because when I learned about John Titor, I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon of Makise Kurisu stabbing, but turn up nothing. So, were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor is back? How long has this been blinking? But I feel like I've checked my email. Have I not? have I not? Checked my email? I'm pretty sure I've checked my email. Hey Yuri, you writing back? You know, I'm really sad about dropping my UPA. Hey Yuri? UPA super port, blah blah blah, collect black feet, yeah. Right? We got this. Did Gakko? Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a mortar. I've read this. What's happening here? Why is this blinking? Open inbox? Outbox. These were mine. I should probably be paying attention. Did I send... Wait, to Mayuri, don't sell it. Indeed, but you must never speak of that to anyone else. It was necessary to seal the abomination. This was to Mayuri. This is the right, this is the gloves. I need to pay attention to the dates. It could matter, and I gotta remember. Anyways, we got this. Can I just call people? Oh, wait, no, I don't think so. Ferris, Kako. No, man. No, man. Why are you blinking? Stop distracting me. John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claims started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why to this day most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. Oh, was I supposed to get my internet? I was supposed to get the internet through there. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS. Was there something to do with the intern right here? Oh, I can't. That's coming up, probably. Okay. Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. There we go. I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time travel, lol. John Titor, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens, CERN used their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict, however. That is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? It's like LOL goes away by 2036. Am I too bright? There we go. It's a little weird. Okay, I got it. Why did you come to this time? Was the Akiba satellite crash you're doing? Wait, guys, Titor-san doesn't understand @channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip code, asshole. Get a trip. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free. but you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? That's someone else? Anonymous. Wait, where did I... Anyways, how can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You're trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world. Do you even know what CERN is? Lol. OP, original poster is a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler, LMO, laugh my ass off, will never be born, and we won't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you have a self-cest? You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox that has been debunked. This worldline has a divergence of 0.57102. Is that what the game shows when? I think it is. Compared to the worldline I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a worldline where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this worldline. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory is, in my time, is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really time travel, then fucking prove it. Post time machine picture, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. The many worlds interpretation. Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world? Lol, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put password after your name. Lol, backpedaling. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on the world's line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.0000002, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick it up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titor. Why do I say Titor? Titor. This new John Titor. Titor? Come on, it's gotta be some Titor. It's Titor. Titor's clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on that channel. Now I'm hearing myself say it. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time travel as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You know, I mean, I have some theories, but we'll see. Maybe I guess on my 5th track into this first 3-4 hours, maybe they're starting a little bit more, starting to get a little tighter. But okay, you can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread, archive in English, and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. Archive thread in English, blogs in Japanese. Keep these details. I entered John Titor's name into a search engine because of this. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titor's posting on that channel. Right, this is what I mean. I think it's like, I forget what happened in the first sessions where I felt like something was clicking. Maybe it was like the time travel talk again, and I was trying to really focus on the whole world. It was a mix of wormhole, that string theory, but then I think like the CRT thing messed me up. Like when I've made the association that it could be under their apartment, and that could be creating something with the waves, and the waves is what's accidentally created the technology. But then it's more the Mikise scene from the Stinger, the Act 1 beginning, where she bangs into him, and they had already met, but he doesn't remember they met. Wait, he doesn't remember they met? No, he doesn't remember they met. But then everything switches, because the satellite's not on the roof anymore, smashed into the building, and then he runs into her. I had something there. I was working on something. I feel like I know it's a brain thing for him. Like it's like his brain went. Did I talk about this in the last like worldline attempt? Up to this point, did I get to this exact same point? The last worldline. Jesus, I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Like details like that. Years ago, yeah, because then he talks to Daru. Daru. I was gonna say Deku. Is this search engine filtered? Right, because I think like I've talked about this in my last world line. I had to be like, it's like his brain remembers multiple string or world lines. He seems to remember pieces of other world lines. Somehow he's accidentally traveling. I'm not sure how that works, but it has to do with the phone. He wrote to Daru and it came in pieces. When did he send that? He sent that when he found the body. He found the body, and then things eventually changed. So it's like he sensed the text. So like that text message, I think, is vital because it was in the first act, beginning of the first act. Very important symbolism, embedded subtextual signals that are going to matter to the narrative. And so I'm trying to remember, like the Upa. It can't be. That's not a throwaway. The Upa is not a throwaway. The Luca scene and the right arm. I mean, that's messing me up because I don't know how that. But like that can't. That's we'll see. But anyway, so. I feel like something to do with he accidentally triggered something with the phone call and reset something. But he remembers, but like it's like everything else gets forgotten. Everything else gets it's like that present moment is what it is. And like everyone but him, and I don't know how that works, but everyone but him seems to be in that moment because he's in that new world line. But it's like his brain is branching between world lines or something. I'm not sure. Or not branching, but like is aware of or exists. I don't know. We'll see. Is this don't spoil anything? Is that don't confirm or deny? Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same results. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titor for sure. Right now he checks and he doesn't know anything. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before, right? I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. That's what I mean. See, he has memories of potentially this legitimately did happen, but I think because he's reset something, no one else seems to be aware like he is aware. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By MayQueen, he means MayQueen, Nyan, a maid cafe. Daru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. MayQueen Nyan is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Karamabashi Dori, take a left at Sumakoisaka crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during spring break, but now it's even busier because of the Radican incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radican building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape. 謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。 We're here now in Akihabara the day after the unexplained satellite crash. The police barricade has been lifted and a tremendous number of people have gathered in front of the station.
墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。
That was way longer than it seemed on screen. It's like you said 3 sentences. There are only 2 on the screen. The satellite's origin is still under investigation. We're told that it can't be removed until the authorities have more information.
警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
Again, I feel like she's saying way more than what's on the screen. According to the police, the satellite does not appear to be dangerous. However, tourists and local business owners have raised concerns. The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line. And there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people living in Akiba. You get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. I don't know, man, that seems pretty precarious. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radican, it's the same as any other day, but I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With a thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. And there, in front of me, stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Bam! She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. This is suspicious. I haven't passed this point, so I haven't been able to theorize too much. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene, and not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait!
It's English, bro. She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Hey, you with the phone camera. Wait, please, wait. She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course, her phone turns with her. Hey, no pictures. Are you with the organization? She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. What do you mean by that, Itaru? You're not?
違うとしても問題がありますよ。俺の写真を持っていると機関に知られれば、あなたにも奴らの魔の手が伸びるかもしれない。
Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts, and they'll kill anyone who gets in their way.
とにかく今撮った俺の写真を即刻削除してほしい。
I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry, lady ignoring me. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper. But it's something. Lady who apologized out of nowhere. If I upset you. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's looking down all the time, so I can't really tell. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. Lady ignoring me. I was shooting the scenery. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. The scenery? You're a tourist? Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why does she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. Lady ignoring me and apparently sightseeing in Akihabara. It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady. Strange lady, apparently sightseeing in Akihabara. Kiryu Moeka. Huh? My name, Moeka. I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete the photo.
聞きたいことが
I have a question for you. May I?
いい
それより写真を
First, the photo.
都市伝説 秋葉
There's an
原
urban legend in
知ら
Akihabara.
ない
Have you heard of it? An urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me. There's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now, that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld.
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれん
I've remained in this town for too long.
だが
I'll need to make
そろそろ
plans.
潮時か
Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that
幻のレトロ
the
PC
Phantom. Retro PC.
レトロ PC?
Retro PC? She replies with a nod, or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくてそれが
They say there's one in Akihabara.
そうか
Nothing about a mad scientist? I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というと
Retro
キュッパチあたりか
You mean like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ
No,
これ
this. She turns her phone towards me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture's monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBM 5100
An IBM 5100. An IBM
ジョン・
500.
タイターが手に入れようとした
That's the
PC か
computer John Titor tried to get. Wait a minute. Her fingers twitch, I think.
見たことは
You've seen
ない
them? No.
名前を知ってるぐ
I've
らい
only heard the name. Coincidence?
こ
No.
れもシュタインズゲートの選択かもしれん
This could be the choice of Steins Gate.
詳しい人知らない
Know anyone who might know?
ダルならば詳しく知っているかもな
Daru probably knows more about it.
そいつは俺のマイフェイバリットライトアームであるスーパーハッカーでな MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる実力の持ち主なのだ
He's my favorite right there. Stop. It's right arm. A super hacker. Capable of breaking into even M16's mainframe. The M16, MI6, goddamn it, I did it again. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. Part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of that, I'm supposed to meet him in MayQueen Nyan. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't
で
know.
は俺は行く
Well, I'm off,
問題
lady.
は
Medium scrum in
メディ
moderation.
アスクラムも
Media
Media.
scrum. I tried to make a smooth exit one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする
What are you doing?
メールアド教
Your
えて
email, please?
何が狙いだ
What are you after?
スーパーハッカー
The super hacker? I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No. Wait a sec. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る
I
ダ
refuse.
ルを失うわけにはいかん
I'll never give up Daru. I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. It's so awkward. She's following me. I pick up the pace. But she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩くな
Stop following me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. I feel like this is I mean obviously sketch, but on the screen is the picture of me that she took. It's like she needed to take the picture because she needed. You know what I mean? Like it's like she knew she needed this to yeah, this is starting to make sense in my head. Hold on. Shenanigans. This is a time traveler. Yeah. You still haven't deleted it. You know what I'm saying? Are you catching my drift? I'm trying to use some like timeline logic here. So she knew she had to take the picture because maybe she's come here before and she didn't have a way to convince Itaru to give her Daru's contact information because she needs the IBN 5100. And maybe she didn't have that leverage in some other trip, so she never got the information, which makes the 5100 super important for John Titor. So, connections to John Titor? Question mark. Okay. Tell me, and I'll delete it.
この俺を脅すとは
You dare blackmail me?
貴様
Who do you work for?
何者だ
I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective. She hesitates for a second. Work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Does Arc Rewrite have ties to... Oh, SERP. Has that anything to do with
なんだ
SERP?
それは
What's that? Does this company become SERP in the future? Dun, dun, dun. An editorial company here in Akihabara. Maybe not. It's an editorial company. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Wait.
貴様俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな
You plan on publishing my picture without permission? The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件に乗ろう
Very well. I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed. Of
この
course,
女
this woman is an Esper. I dub her power, shining finger. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. It's like a Death Note reference. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Name?
法院京馬
Oh,
マッドサイエンティストだ
Mad scientist. How is it spelled?
フェニックスの法王に陰
First,
そして凶悪なる真実
Hoyo, Hoyo, for Phoenix, then In, and finally Kyoyuma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. Never let that Phoenix rebirth from those ashes, bro.
フェニックスの法王に陰
Hoyo,
そして
he doesn't say
凶悪
Hoyo.
なる真実
Hoyo.
だ
Then In, and finally Kyoma, which means a horrible truth that must never be revealed. I repeat my perfect explanation. He's like practiced that script. This is the origin of my true name, explaining the in part of Hoyoin. Hoyoin would take too long, so I left it out. It sounds right to me. She enters my name. I've been practicing, even though it sounds different when I say it out loud. Because like the U is like silent or something. I remember this from like manga commentary that you all have caught me on. It's like it's there, but it's not. It's like it's there, but it's not. Sakura. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Anyway, she enters my name with her head tilted to the side. Why do I keep diverging? Like a worldline. Like this.
なんだ
Like
これは
this.
ふざけるな
Oh,
俺のマナを
oing.
バカにするつもりか
Yo, ma. What the hell is this? Are you mocking me? Hoi. That's probably them teaching me how to pronounce this, though. Hoyoing. Oh, that was the ings part that I heard. That's hoing. 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 Yo, ma. Hoing. Oh, I can't say it. Hoing. 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 Yo, ma. Yo, okay, I know. No, it's like, it sounds like there's way less syllables when you do it the right way. Anyways, what the hell is this? I'm not gonna be able to do it. I like my way. It makes sense. Are you mocking me? Hoing. Fuck. Still want to do it. Hoing. Yoma. Hoing. Yoma. Hoing. Yoma. Hey man, I think that's getting pretty much closer to what my memory is of what I've been hearing. Hoing Yuma. Yeah man. Okay. Are you mocking me? She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess.
ならば携帯を貸せ
Just hand me your phone, I'll enter it. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands, as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter in Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. Oh, I don't need to type anything. Listen, don't tell me what to do. Oh, hey, Itaru. I'm at MayQueen. What's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to open Shining Finger, outgoing, Shining Sending, and send. Boy, she's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met someone who made less eye contact. Huh. I wonder. After a few seconds, her phone receives the mail. Okabe. Itaru. What? How do you know that name? Wait a minute. From the blank email. Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once. That's just my alias. I'll send another one with my true... No, this is fine. Nonsense. I am not Okabe Itaru. But Hoin-kyo. Fuck. Hoin-kyo. Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't finish saying it. I said it right. She's really not buying it. Did you delete the picture? She nods slightly, I think. It's really hard to tell. Her body language is as subdued as her voice. If you deleted it, then prove it. She silently shows me her screen. The only picture remaining is the one of that computer. That's a relief. I'll email you later. So ask, okay? About what? The urban legend. Oh, that. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact. Welcome back, Master. I opened the door to the MayQueen Nyan maid cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. It's Okarin. One of them is Mayuri, but here she's called Mayushi Nyan. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. Welcome back, Okarin. After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something. Hey, Okarin. Mayushi just noticed something. Welcome back, and Okarin go really well together. Whatever. Okay, that rhymes. Kyoma. It's great that you've come, Nyan. The other maid who came to greet me, Ferris Nyan, her professional name, of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's MayQueen Nyan's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Nyan's here too. He's been waiting, Nyan. Dada frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. So it's getting bested by people. Every single person bests him in some way, in their way. Are you holding another secret meeting to overthrow the evil organization? Yeah?
No.
Yeah, something like that. Ferris wants to join too, yeah. No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. Not true, yeah. Ferris has the perfect secret. I like that the writing actually put the two R's in there. And the U, of course. Ferris has the perfect secret technique to help take them down.
何あの非奥義ついに得得したのか
What? You finally mastered that secret technique?
そうにゃ
Yes.
ギアナコーチでの修行に耐え抜き師匠の死も乗り越えてフェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ
After completing my pilgrimage to the Guyana Highlands and overcoming my mentor's death, I finally mastered it. What mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Yoma. I've also told her all about the organization, and now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. He's out LARPed. By the way, I like double LARPing. By the way, the first time I've heard of this secret technique or whatever it is. Is this? We're probably missing it, isn't it?
だから今日ま
So Ferris wants to participate in a spirit
精霊
conference.
会議に参加させてほしいにゃ
He wants to participate in a spirit conference like you promised, Nyan. She's not letting you go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前サンクチュアリに行くというのか
You're not suggesting we venture to the sanctuary.
ダメだ
The answer is
いくら非
no.
奥義を得得したとはいえあの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる
Although you may understand the hidden secrets, you're still too inexperienced.
そんな約束したにゃのに今日まは裏
But
切
you
るっていうの
promised,
かにゃ
yeah. Are you going to betray me?
それにあの場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが
My brother is waiting for me there. Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's this spirit conference anyway? Ferris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then, she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on, you can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and a made-up backstory. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her. He has to follow suit.
なん
I
か
don't
わ
quite
か
get
ら
it.
ないけど
But can
マ
Mayushi
ユ
go
シ
to
も
the
サン
sanctuary
クチ
too?
ュアリっていうところに行きたいな
Great. Now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていいこの
You
話は
can't
もう終わりだ
This discussion is over.
今日まだけずるいにゃ
No fair, Kyoma.
そうだよマユシもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね僕に
That's
は
right.
冷たいと思うので
Leaving Mayushi and Ferris-chan behind is mean.
フェリスとは誰だ
Who is Ferris?
フェリスちゃんはフェリスちゃんだよ
Ferris-chan is Ferris-chan.
ね
Right? Mayuri and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? I was keep giving people new names, nicknames, everything's flipping around, people LARPing all over the fucking place. What do you expect is gonna happen in Itaru? That's a disturbing thought.
あのねマユシは言いにくいからフェリ
Mayushi
スちゃんって短くしてる
has
ん
a
だ
hard time saying Ferris, so I call her Ferris-chan. Why would that be easier?
なんだ
Mayushi.
そういうことか
Oh, so that's it?
なんだか女学院みたいでそれも悪くないにゃ
It's like we're in a girls' school. That's not too tabby. Was that a wink in there? Okay then. Moving
いい
on.
からさっさと案内してくれ
Show me to the table already.
俺はいつ
How
ま
long
で
do you
ここ
want
に
me
立
to
ってい
stand
れば
here
いい
waiting?
ごめんなさいにゃご主
I
人
looked
様
at the
ご案
nya.
内にゃ
It's like mixed together. Nya. Sorry, nya. Table for two. This way,
マ
nya.
ユシご案内よろしくにゃんにゃ
Mayushi, I'll leave it to you, nya nya.
任せてにゃんに
Leave it to me, nya nya. If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at MayQueen Nyan Nyan are required to add cat sounds, nyas and yans, to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayushi, Nyan Nyan, is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effects it has on her customers, and that's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. She guides me to Daru's table. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, MayQueen Nyan's popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Furthermore, the cat ears and Nyan dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among diehard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid equals 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's being burned into my synapses. Daru-kun! Okinen is here, ne? You're way late. Seriously, man. Daru sits in front of me, but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason. So, what were you just talking about with Ferris? I want details. You really want to know? I don't think you'd understand it. Hell, even I don't get most of it. Yeah. The usual. Your conversations are... Just getting ahead of myself. Did you just say you know? I think they mix English in here all the time. There has to be. Your conversations are too much for regular otaku. You guys exude an aura of or something, you know? It's like you two have your own reality marbles. You know I can't forgive you. I gotta look up your is that a Dragon Ball reference? I'm not sure. It has to be. Come on. I don't remember what I forget. That's so stuff. I stopped myself from saying those exact words, and then I said them anyways. Because like the comments from like the 3 years ago, you know, I'm like, it's like there's some people explain some of this because like I realized why it might have taken me 5 hours on that one save file that I have is that I was reading stuff as I was experiencing it. I was reading those red words in the tips, not the backlog, the tips or whatever, right? And so that added time to the gameplay, right? So I'm gonna do that after I catch up here. I'm gonna catch up to that, and then we're gonna move on. I think, and then I'll read it while I play. I think Ferris-chan likes Okarin, yeah. Of all the maids and masters here, yeah, the only one who can keep up with Ferris-chan is you, Okarin. I'm not even close to keeping up with her. I'm so jealous, you lucky bastard. I have no interest in women who dress themselves in lies. Like you're what to talk. Silence, you faithful bastard. All your 2D wives are crying. So silly. You struck a nerve, man. Oh, Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls on the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table. Master, may I take your order, Nyan? Omelette rice. Not coffee. Black. I really feel like a lot of coffee today. Just saying. That's just something I woke up and I'm like, I feel like just drinking coffee today. It's like a day off. It's like a holiday. I was like, I haven't had like a pot of coffee in how long? How long? Just pot. Just whole pot. Nah, coming up now. After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between rows of tables. I hope she doesn't tread. So, what did you need? Daru asks without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective. I was going to head to the lab in about an hour. I have an urgent matter to discuss, top secret. I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head. Do you remember John Taito? Who's that?
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人だ。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
The self-proclaimed time traveler who appeared on the internet about 10 years ago. I thought we talked about him before.
またオカリンのいつもの設定、
I see what they're doing narratively. Okay, is this a now? Did I talk about this before? Am I remembering? Anyways, is this a new addition to your made-up backstory?
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは
It's
全て
nothing
真
like
実だ。
that. Everything I say is the truth because it's like you have an unreliable narrator in an Itaru. Like he comes across as unreliable. He makes up shit. It's not the truth. His truth are lies and his lies are truth. It's like there's like a weird anomaly going on here. But it's not. Well, they are. Some of them might be, but they might. But they are. But my point is, he's unreliable because of what might be going with something with Steins, which we'll learn. I'm sure it's going to reflect back. It's going to do a retroactive like aha moment, you know. But then there's also like he LARPs a lot. He makes up shit all the time, and so between the organization, his secret names. And now he's in the cafe, and he's dealing with someone who's LARPing her own backstory fantasy compounds onto his story of the organization, etc. And so then you have these memory fluctuations. And so when they all start mixing, it really does turn into like he's already it just comes down to he's an unreliable narrator. And so you don't really know what's true and what's false. Like you don't know if the organization is actually like there's an organization, but we just learned about SERP. So is he intertwining his own memories between SERP and the organization? Because I don't know, but maybe retroactively that starts to unveil itself. Or he's those two things. Well, both those things might be true, or only the SERP thing is true from John Titor's perspective, because he actually is a time traveler. But my point. But then he's talking to Itaru about John Titor from 10 years ago as a time traveler, which means that he would have already existed in a timeline, a world line, where it was truth 10 years ago. Something happens, probably at the beginning of the game, that phone call maybe resets something in this world line, forces John Titor to not overshoot maybe this year. Like maybe John Titor wants to get to this timeline, and he's sending the Moeka agent I'm starting to come up with my own narratives. The Moeka agent to get to the IBN 5100 for whatever reason that matters. And then I don't even know where I was going. Like I literally trapped myself. I'm like, I feel like I'm on this like this entangled linear track, right? Because it's both. It's like it's both entangled, but you have to make it sequential. There's got to be sequential shit to this entanglement. And I felt like I had it. I felt like I had it. What was I saying? With Itaru, come on, don't cut around this. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. I'll eventually get there. Itaru with the 5100 fight. God damn it, shit's Jesus. Oh, is that he doesn't remember 10 years ago? But see, if it's true that Rintaro can remember different world lines or something, where his mind is at least stuck or entangled in multiple strings or something. I don't know how to explain it yet because I don't know all the language yet of that the lore is presenting us. But I'm saying this now because like I'm about to hit blind territory. I'm ready to go. You know, I gotta be ready to go. I gotta have some theories that gives me some foundation because we're still in an Act 1 from my perspective. And Act 1 transition needs to be just enough unentangling. I mean, like just enough unentangling of all the pieces we've gotten in Act 1, which I forget her name now. But the pigtail girl and the brawn tube, like all the characters that got introduced in Act 1 I need to have some more context. Act 2 is all about all these characters then you kind of learn how their relationships work together and like the quest moves forward, but it's also about relationship building with all the characters that get introduced in Act 1. That's why I feel like we're still in Act 1. This game's I don't remember that how long 40 hours? I forget what it was. Anyways, but I feel like that quest moment, that Act 1 to 2 is going to be something just past the point. I feel like just past the point of where I've gotten to, and then I'm going to hit blind territory, and I'm going to be looking for that point, that transition point in the next session, I would imagine. Anyways, let's try to wrap this up. Shit. It's nothing like that. Everything I say is the truth. What a pain. Well, I guess I could play along. So what's the source of this Itaru guy being from the future?
なんでそんな
You
初耳
seriously
のよう
never
な
heard
言い
of
方
him before?
事実初耳だから
Seriously, bro, I haven't.
忘れたわけではなく
Sure you didn't just forget?
自信はないけど
I can't say for
日
sure.
本でもそいつに関する本が出てい
There are
る
even books about him.
その本を見せてくれたら
I
思い出せる
remember
か
if
も
you show me one.
本当に何も知
Really
ら
don't
ない
remember?
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧な
I
もん
would
っしょ
say
デ
we're
ジタルと違
not
っ
computers,
て
man.
さ
This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Titor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken or everyone else's? That's what I mean, man.
だったら
I think it's
IBN5100 について
everyone
は
else gets reset. He doesn't. He has some weird situation where his brainwaves are like they're fucked up. I don't know. Then and he holds just enough, or maybe I don't know. He gets that's what confuses him and why he larps because like he can't tell that what's true and what's real. But so he just says everything's the truth even though he's larping. I don't know. I'll find out. Then what about the IBN 5100?
オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんて
You
ね
know about
やるじゃ
you
ん
know about that? Cool.
知っているんだな
So you know about it?
IBN が
It's the
1975年に
model
発売した
IBM
モデル
released
っしょ
back in 1975. Right. That's what John Titor said on that channel. He traveled to 1975 first. Obtained an IBM 5100. Then leaped to 1998. He obtains a computer. He leaves. So there's a time traveler. I think there are two things going on here. That's what I'm thinking. I think there's whatever Rintaro is doing with the phone wave, and I think there's John Titor. And here's why I'm saying this now, and I'm getting it now, the fifth or sixth time in. It's because we get two theories of time travel. And so what if both of them are true, but they're not the same? And they mentioned the 12th one, and then that the 12th could be opposed by the 13th. And so I'm like, and the 12th would be the Steins game. And it's the name of the game. So maybe there's like a 12th one. That's like a combination of... I think there's multiple things going on here. John Titor is probably a time traveler. What does it have to do with the IBM 5100? I don't know. I don't believe that's false, though. But why does it... It's how does it happen and then it's forgotten? It has to do with Rintaro's memory anomaly, where I think he's crossing streams.
どんな PC なんだ
75, then 98, but now this isn't 98 though. This is like we're in the early 2000 something. 10? I forget what the year is. What's the year of this? Did we find out on the boards? I forget where it was. 2007? 8? 10? I don't know. Anyways, what kind of computer is it?
値段高すぎの PC
The stupidly expensive
黎明期だったからすげえ高く
Back
て
when it came out,
個
computers
人
were
に
so
は手が出せな
expensive
かったらしい
that average people couldn't get their hands on them.
IBN の独自技術が詰まったその当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね
It was full of proprietary IBM technology and was a pretty powerful computer for its time.
IBN は6年後の1981年に IBN-PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売しててそっちの方が有名なわけ
And 6 years later, in 1981, IBM launched the popular IBM PC series. Now that's more famous.
つうか僕も IBN5100 の知識は
Anyway,
ネ
it's
ット
not
の
like
ウィ
I'm
キ
an
を見
expert.
たことがあるぐら
This
い
is
だ
just
ぞ
stuff I read
そ
on
れ
the
が
wiki.
現在の秋葉にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは
Have you heard the urban legend that there's one in Akiba?
おうおうあるある1ヶ月前ぐ
You
らい
bet
に
I
ネッ
have.
トで話題になったな
Just last month, there was a big talk about it on the net.
でその噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよフレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど
I love the
そ
name.
の人が中心になってね
So Matt Chandler heard the rumors and went searching for it. My friend on Free Para, I gotta look this one up again. Sister Centipede was the main person behind that.
あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど結局見つからなかったんだって
Even the legendary Neidhart der Blitzschnell joined the fray, but they still couldn't find it. There's like an Easter hunt for
じゃあ
the urban
都
legend.
市伝説はデマだ
So
った
it
という
was
こ
just
と
a
か
hoax?
さあ知らね
Who knows?
え秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね
The There are tons of underground shops in Akiba. It wouldn't be strange if an IBN 5100 suddenly turned up in some hole in the wall. Oh, man.
なるほど。
What if it's like that buzzing TV that looks like a CRT monitor, but it's actually the IBN 5100, and that's like going to be a reveal. Don't spoil. Just feel like I'm just trying to narratively connect the mirror pattern loop. My phone suddenly starts vibrating. It stops after about 3 seconds. We have shining figure. Okabe-san. I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I'm a 20-year-old freelance editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara. I don't think so. Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite. I mean, this just like dawned on me. I'll keep going. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it. So don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun. But it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBN 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach it in the image. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'll be super happy if you gave me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moeka. He makes a comment of like she's very quiet in person, but then she gets to type and she's just all over the place. Please reply. Oh, it's controlling itself. Why did I scroll up? Okay, there's the computer. Maybe we lost the keyboard part of it. Maybe it is that monitor. Anyways, oh come on. What's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing? Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radican? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personalities or something? I don't know, man. Well, I got some info about the IBN 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, won't it come off as clingy and desperate? Ai, Huing. Gyoma. Will not be taken lightning. I am going to struggle with that. Not for long. I think I'll get it. This is my chance. It's just usually when I say something the wrong way, even if I know how to fix it, it's too late. My brain just like, it's just too late. It's too late. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is the superior human being. He always has to do this. Always has to do this. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she could be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization or SERP. Or counter SERP. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness. Sorry for the wait, Daru. So, there's one thing I need to know. I scan the area with my eyes once more, then I lean in close. The IBN 5100 has the power to destroy the world, right?
なんでだよ。
What?
引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつの。
It doesn't have the power to do anything, let alone destroy the damn world.
にゃに世界滅亡しちゃうのかにゃ
What? This, yeah? The world's gonna be destroyed, yeah? First brings my omelet rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand. True feline quality. Agile like a cat. Despite her Nyan nonsense, Ferris is the consummate professional.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃ
That's a
にゃ
thanks for waiting,
オ
Nyan.
ムライスにゃ
Omelet rice, yeah. The cat girl puts the omelet rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. She used it to write, "The world is doomed" in red letters upon the omelet's blank yellow canvas.
世界滅亡前に
Please enjoy your meal before the world ends.
お世界がやばい来たフェイリスさんの
For
丸
the
腰
win.
の可愛さに僕もやばい
Ferris's handwriting is so cute, it puts my omelet in danger too. It appears the cuteness has shattered Adaru's sanity. I give him a look that says calm down, but to no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of my spoon, erasing the ketchup words.
もったいない
What a waste. I'm going to eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャンフェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ
Have you considered participating in the Ferris Cup yet?
ああもちろん
Yeah, of course I'm participating.
イギリス杯
I forgot what this is about, but I remember talking about it in the last worldline. Ferris Cup? What's that? I take a mouthful of omelet rice.
次の日曜日にこの店で
Next
ラ
Sunday.
イネットの大会をやるのにゃ
What's Thursday? Next Sunday. Like the Sunday coming up? Also, why am I doing this now? Because I need to do it. I need to do this now. I need to see something. I don't need to do this now. Stop. Sorry, distract. Next Sunday, we're hosting the Rhinet tournament at the cafe, yeah? Fair starts dancing in place. I prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating
フ
nearby.
ェイリスはその幹事である実行委
Felix
員
is
長
the event
つま
organizer.
り言い出しっ
It's
ぺ
all
な
my
のにゃ
idea, yeah?
よかったら今日も参加するにゃ参加費はドリンク込みで1000円フェイリスに勝てた人には
You know, it's
商
great.
品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ
Is my memory is compounding Rintaro's memories, like the mess of the unreliable narrator. Like I got an unreliable memory on top of an unreliable narrator. Jesus, was that true? Did that happen? You can participate too if you want, Kyoma. Entrance fee is 1,000 yen and includes drink. Whoever beats Ferris gets to enjoy some of Ferris' home cooking. Yeah.
無理無理オカリンはライネットに
It'll
は
never
詳しく
happen.
ないんだ
Okuni sucks at
にゃ
Rhinet,
ー面白いのに
but it's so
いい
fun.
な俺も
No, I'm fine. I stop shoveling the omelet rice into my mouth. Then I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネットアクセスバトラーズかその名を聞くたびチャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出すあれからもう2年になるのか
Rhinet Axis Battlers, huh? Whenever I hear that name, I remember the former champion. Has it already been 2 years?
いやなんでもない
No, it's nothing.
今のは
Forget what I
忘れてく
said.
れ
にゃにゃすっ
Yeah?
ごく思わせぶ
That
りな態度
sounded
だ
so
ったのにゃ
serious, yeah.
あいつって誰に
Who
ゃ
was the former champion, yeah?
多分存在しないんじゃねライネッ
Probably
ト
doesn't
で公式
exist.
大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし
I mean, Rhinet didn't even have official tournaments until about a year ago.
今日も
Coming up with
あの人
another
の
LARP.
ことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ
You still can't forget him, can you, yeah?
は
She's gonna... I forgot, sorry. I was gonna
確
muse.
かにあの頃
She's gonna... Because he thinks he's got a...
フェイリスのお兄ちゃんと今日はとっても仲が良くてフェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ
because he's always getting trumped by her, you know, because he's like, I'm gonna get her by like LARPing, right? Just like throwing her off, and she's like, wait, what? What happened? Who was the champion? And then, bam, she comes in. It was my brother. My brother. We're such good friends. Oh no, that you and the champion, my brother. Like she trumps it up. She like levels it up, you know. We're such good friends, Kyoma. You were so close. It made me jealous, yeah. Damn it! She took my story and ran with it again. I have slight memories of like the feeling behind these flows, you know, but the writing is so good. It's so fluid, like it's so good, like it's characterized, you know. This game does characterization very good. You always like you could remove the images off the screen and you just know exactly who's talking. It's so good. I never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Ferris even has siblings. Doesn't matter, bro. You're LARPing. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Ferris.
でもいい加減思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ
But it's time to let go of the past. Seize the day with your own paws. Her shout resounds through the store. Her fingers snap at me.
フェイリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ
Even though it's painful. No, because it's painful. I succeeded in my brother's dying wish and perfected my skills as a Rhinetter. Yeah.
覚えてるかにゃ
Do you remember,
お
Nyan?
兄ちゃんがいつも言って
He
た言
always
葉
used to say,
いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそう。
Someday, let's bring peace to the world with Rainet.
フェイリス、コーヒー持ってきて。
Ferris, bring me my coffee.
にゃにゃ。
Nah. I present my empty plate to Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Sure thing, master, just a moment, yeah. And she'll just snap out of the like LARP. Out. She's gone. Ferris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Phew. If I'd left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy world.
フェイリスさんは
Ferris
知
is
る
one of
人
the
ぞ
most
知る
skilled
実
Rainetters
力
I
派ライネ
know.
ッターなんだぜ。
Itaru explains with a wry
非公
smile.
式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
She's gone undefeated in over 400 unofficial
フィ
matches.
クソンかよ。
Is she Vixen Gracie? Itaru ignores my perfect retort. I was
フェイリスさんが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。
Oi.
出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
He's getting infected by the Nyan. It's so disappointing that Ferris doesn't go to official tournaments. She'd win if they did. She'd win if she did, no doubt.
なんで出ないんだ？
Why doesn't she?
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考え
I'm
てる
sure
って
for
こ
the
とっしょ。
customers. She probably
店に
doesn't
迷
want
惑
to
をかけてま
inconvenience
で
the
大会に
store.
は出ないってスタンス。
Truly
メ
a
イドの
model
鏡
maid.
だろマジで。
Truly a
それ
model
に
maid.
マユシと同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
Also, she's Mayushi's age, so she probably has school too.
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか？
She doesn't want to inconvenience the store, yet she's holding the Ferris cup here.
細けいことはいいんだ
That
よ。
doesn't matter at all.
とりあえずフェイリスさんは可愛い。
The point is,
可愛い
Ferris
は
is
正
cute,
義。
and
猫耳
cuteness
ロ
is
リメイドはけ
justice.
しからん。性的な意味で。
Cute cat-eared maids are
Itaru.
sweet. If you know what I mean. What do you mean if you know what I mean? What the hell does that mean? And that's all that matters, right?
お前は結局、二次元派なのか三
So in
次
the
元
end,
派なのか、
do
ど
you
ちら
bat
な
for
の
the
だ？
2D team or the 3D team?
あえて言おう。
I
Bye
dare
de
say I'm
Arto.
pie.
いろいろとフリーダムだな。
You're an
だぞ
inspiration, Naru.
よく言われます。さあせん。
I know. I'm just too awesome. That usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exceptions are Moe and Ferris. I wish he were this passionate about our experiment. I had to pull Dado away from Ferris so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. Why is this blanket? You've got mail. From Ferris. You're more perceptive than I thought, Nyan. So, now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Cross will soon hatch. The time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for... I can say no more, Nyan. We are going to perceptive. What are you talking about? Will you quit testing me with this mockery? No. The Red Southern Cross. I see. So the holders of original sin, those who like me were born of prototype 13, have begun to assemble an Akiba, guided by the star that we alone can see. The time is right. That sounded dark. What is this one? Impossible! You mean it's already awakening? It's 50 years earlier than I predicted. What does this mean? Is he dark? Is he going to be darkly part of the Southern Cross? I don't think you want to be part of the Southern Cross, bro. We're going to say you're in shock right now. You're in shock. Let's go with shock. Let's go. Also, wait a minute. So you're telling me... So how did I get this one? Got this at some worldline. I'm not sure what the hell. I don't remember. I don't know what happens in this scene. I don't know if I'm like... If I've reached the end or not. I had to pull Dado away from Ferris so we could get it hotter than hell. I quickly opened the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. I flip our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. This might be new to me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. I turn on the computer. I might need to stop. Oh. Did I use a computer before? I'm going to end this here because I don't actually know if I'm entering blind territory. So just for safety's sake, we're not going to proceed. We're going to do our customary save an overwrite. You know, no, why do I need these ones for? I mean, I have this LP. I have this LP to showcase when things happen. Although, hold on, let me. It's looking like Does it say playtime 10 hours? How did I play 10 hours? I did not play for 10 hours. Like, this one says 7 hours. How's that possible? There's no way I read for like double the time that I played. You're seeing it right now. This is what, episode 4? 1 hour each? About 1 hour each? What the hell is wrong? I did not talk for an extra 6 hours. No way. No. I did not talk for 10 hours over everything else. And I'm going to wrap this one up, and we're going to come back. I'm going to see if I did actually do this. You'll find out. I'll be transparent about it, of course. And I think I'm going to catch up on this stuff. That's just me reading that stuff and commenting along the way. That might be a good bridge into me setting my brain straight with that information, the codec stuff, and then whatever might unlock. We are finally in the prime worldline free reign territory here into blind zone, and I noticed this because of this new tag right here under Brown Tube, which we just opened up because of what, CRT? I don't know when this popped up, but it says new, which means it wasn't from any of the other past world lines. And so here we go. We got another name for cathode ray tube CRT. The name is used more commonly in Germany and Japan. It comes from the name of the inventor of the cathode ray tube, Carl Ferdinand Braun. So what am I going to do for this episode? At least I'm going to see how long this might take. This might be an interlude episode, just to give a good break between what was the replay of the world line versus the net new territory world line, just in case people want to start after this, because it'll be more obvious, because I'm hopefully giving this like early enough that people will catch on. That anything past this point is like blind territory. So I mean, absolutely, like, be careful with spoilers in the comments below. I'm going to play this pretty, not back to back, but you know, I'm not gonna let this hang for weeks, or definitely not months. I'm gonna try to clear this within like a reasonable amount of time, so I can keep all the information in my head. There's a lot of time travel stuff going on in this game, of course, and so I want to make sure that I can unentangle or disentangle. What's the word for that? Unentangle. I can unentangle the different strings going on here. Yeah, I think it's going to be complex. I think there might be two different, I talked about in the last episode, I think there might be two different time travel events potentially going on. One might be a legitimate event, one might be a phenomenon. So that's how I'm separating it in my head until I get language for it. Right now, that John Titor one, I'm attributing to legitimate time travel is going on, and then there's the phenomenon that Rintaro is going through. However he's triggering it, whatever makes part of whoever he is, or how he's got the powers, how maybe something happens, we'll figure out as we play the game, but it has to do with the phone wave, etc, etc. He's part of some other wavelength, and his brain works on a different wavelength, and I think he's intercepting things, or it's all kind of meshing together. Like, he remembers things that might have happened in other world lines, but then they consolidate into his present now, his perfect present. And the perfect present is he's always existing in a perfect present moment, even though, as we were explained, the world lines continue via divergence. But I think he understands the multiple, he remembers things from multiple divergences, I think, what's going on. Okay, so we got alpaca. Now, not really important here, talking about alpacas and the ugly cute. I'm going to rip through some of these as part of the intermission episode here, just to see if I run into any that I might have forgotten and might have context to the lore. And I don't know, I can like I can theory craft along the way if something triggers as I go, based on what I just said in the opening here, right? So we have the Akihabara Techno Forum, the ATF, a meeting hall located inside Daiberu. Several universities and research institutions hold special seminars here. We got the Bamboo Helicam. There's a future gadget right here. This one, KKK footage and powered. However, the image is rotating at high speed. So this is the one where like the camera's spinning. Yeah, completely useless invention. We got the bit particle gun. Now, someone in the comments back years ago explained what these. I think each of these had an Easter egg or something. I might have that comment saved somewhere. Still, of course, I saved them all to a document before I was moving content. It was a mess. Anyways, we're back. We're entering blind territory, like I said. So after this episode, well, this episode technically, but after this episode for gameplay, and this music is gonna get me a copyright thing, no matter what. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. So we got the bit particle gun. This is a future gadget, toy ray gun with a TV remote control jammed inside of it, so you can change the channel by clicking the thingamajig. Mobile jacket Gundam. This is Gundam. Mobile suit Gundam. Is that a thing? I forget. I'm not as familiar with anime and stuff and that kind of history, but yeah, I remember that comment from years ago that I think pointed out where there might be Easter eggs buried in some of these. Like, okay, so Blade Works, one of the several stores in Akihabara that sells replica weapons. Items include Japanese Sho Sengoku period swords, European middle-aged swords, and armor knight. We got the capsule toy. Vending machine that dispenses small toys at random. One cannot tell what the toy is before opening the capsule. The Chunbyu. 8th grade syndrome, a term referring to the mindset exhibited primarily by teenage males. Also used as a derogatory term to refer to older people who still exhibit this mindset, characterized by an affected attitude of nihilism and cynicism, extreme self-centeredness, delusions of power or superiority, and a consuming fear of being treated as a child. The person exhibiting these symptoms believes that they are cool, but most observers find them pathetic. Chunbyu, which is often abbreviated to Chuni, also refers to the fictional tropes that teenage males often enjoy, such as ancient conspiracies, superpowers, especially powers sealed in a character's eye or arm, like a right arm that needs to get exercised, Norse mythology, battles for the fate of the multiverse, etc. The consummate Chunibyu case will work such elements into his own personal backstory. Okarin is a textbook example of Chunbyu. Look at the Komika, the Comic Giga Market, a massive otaku event held twice a year at Tokyo Big Site. Every Komima, thousands of artists gather to sell their creations, which range from erotic manga based on popular anime to original figures, music, and games. The next Komika will be held on August 15th. It's coming up. Maybe it'll be in the game. Cosplay, costume play. With layers, many cosplayers make their own costumes. Could this be Oro? A lie detector based on thumb perspiration. What is this? Oh, the thumb. I was like, when did this come up? The future gadget. And we got the Juju. Its name is a reference to the classic manga, Juju's Bizarre Adventure. They just calls this one out. I think I made a comment before. Like, I thought they were like trying not to call out things directly. It was all like nods, but this one's just straight up calls that out. Anyways, then we got Creutzfeldt Jakob disease, another name for bovine spongiform encephalopathy, or the mad cow disease. This got called out by John Titor. We get the Siloam saber. This is a lightsaber. Red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword. Spark Wars. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we got the C list done. Let's back it out. Beat F. Daibaidu. A skyscraper with offices and a commerce center that opened alongside UPX in 2003, connected to UPX by overpass. Don't look at me on the internet. It is an unwritten rule to say this whenever you see an image of someone or something looking towards the camera. Is that like a ring? No. People looking at the TV. Well, I wonder if that was like if that is a legitimate, like there's some history there. We got the dori, word, other, word, used here as a suffix, meaning street. Doujinshi, fan-created amateur manga, which are often, but not always, adult in nature. These are sold at special doujinshi events, the biggest of which is the twice-annual Comic Giga Market, known by fans as Komima. Electromagnetic wave. Waves that exhibit properties of both electricity and magnetism. First formally postulated by Maxwell in 1864, the electric field and magnetic field's oscillations cause them to mutually propagate each other, resulting in a wave that radiates through its surroundings. This is why it's called electromagnetic radiation. EM waves are divided by frequency into radio waves, infrared light, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, and gamma rays. That's what I mean. The CRTs, man. That's where I'm going with this. Elementary particle. That's part of a theory. Certain elementary particles have a corresponding antiparticle with opposite charge. We get the Esper, a general term for humans who possess supernatural powers. Common powers include telepathy, telekinesis, and precognition. Though more exotic powers exist, it is rumored that some Espers even possess the ability to reshape reality with pure force of will. Derives from the term ESP, which stands for extrasensory perception. Freepara, fictional popular SNS social network service website designed to facilitate easy communication between users. The SNS, the Freepara, that's what the Freepara is. The Twitter before Twitter, or like Twitter would have just gotten created. I'm thinking 2008 was the game. Anyways, Fujo, well, it's just slightly before that. The point is, Fujoshi, a term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi. We read this one. So we got the F's, G and I. Ghost in the Ball, Ghost in the Shell reference here for this gadget. And Pokemon, I suppose, slightly, no? This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk, which has an anime adaptation and a film now. 6-inch gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. I wonder if these are going to have other use in the game as things go. The honorifics and names. San, the most common honorific used strangers, to say san. You got kun, an informal name suffix generally used for male friends. You got chan, a diminutive suffix that indicates high affection. Tan, an even more diminutive version of the chan suffix. And shi, a literary honorific generally used by formal publications such as newspapers. Some otaku, such as Daru, use shi regularly. Hun's rule. The rule governing the placement of an atom's electrons, orbitals of the same energy, are each filled with one electron of the same spin before any are filled with a second, also known as Hun's rule of maximum multiplicity. We get the IBN. It's a computer right there. Fictional, of course, not to be mistaken with IBM. John Titor, self-proclaimed time traveler from 2036, who appeared on an American internet message board November 2000. Okay, 10 years ago, so it's 2010 right now. No. No, hold on. Oh, yeah. For real. Because it's like 10 years ago was with Daru. I remember having this like brain meltdown when I first talked about this, because he says, because then someone corrected me in the comments, and I'm trying to remember the comment more than I'm trying to, like, what I'm getting stuck in the exact same thing in the experience that got resolved in the comments, is what I'm trying to say. So my memory can't tell if it's in the experience or it's the comments as part of the experience that I had in the other world lines. Right, because I think my misunderstanding is like the whole 10-year reference was that it was 10 years ago for them, making them like they were super young, but it's not. No. He talked about when John Titor appeared 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago for them. So he had just talked about him, John Titor, to Daru. And Daru doesn't remember him talking to Daru about John Titor, which would have been, I don't think I got the time for that, but it wouldn't, right, it wasn't 10 years ago. Yeah, I corrected in the comments, but it's like, which made sense. It makes sense now. It makes sense now as I think of it. The point is, 2010, if it's 2010 now, appears in 2000, the internet went into an uproar, flooding the boards with questions and debate. Right, and that the form is that the stuff is archived. Is that they have archives from 2000, and he was reading the stuff from 2000. Right. Teacher posted pictures of his time machine and his control manual, as well as diagrams illustrating time machine mechanics. He also disclosed information on near-future events, time travel physics, history intervention, the multiverse, timelines, and world lines. And then, 4 months after his appearance, he left a comment saying, "I will be leaving this world line shortly, and this will be my final post." I just realized like what narrative opportunities this has, though, based on my theories early on. Where? And I could be completely wrong here, so follow this, because like it might not be aligning with the game. Don't try to correct me, because you're going to spoil something, and I'm just going to roll with it. But it's like if Rintaro is remembering things from different world lines, though. Oh, but they would have to be archived. They'd have to be archived on the message board, and that wouldn't persist. But if Rintaro remembers what he's read on different archives of boards in different world lines, they maybe say different things, and so he's going to have an opportunity to put things together that couldn't be possible in the actual world line, because some stuff might not happen the same way, or John Titor won't type it the same way, or maybe John Titor comes back in different world lines at different, like every time John Titor comes back, it's like a whole different world line. It can't even be the same world line. I'm not sure, because like they just said he came back in 96. I'm tripping up my let's just move on. Let's move on until I get more information. He also disclosed information. He left a comment that will be okay. Well, okay. So we got Louise-chan, familiar of 10. Sundari, her voice actress, is the queen of Sundari. Yeah, that's all pop culture lore. I don't know. John Titor, M.O. We got the Maid Cafe, which is straightforward enough here. French maid style, except they're mixing it up with cats. The barbarians. Media scrum. During news stories with high public interest, reporters sometimes latch onto persons of interest, bombarding them with questions, prying into their lives, and even camping outside their houses. These activities are a serious invasion of privacy and can inflict mental and emotional stress, so the paparazzi. Microwave oven, straightforward. We got Miko. Shrine maidens, priestesses in the Shinto religion. Miko typically dress in a white kimono with a red hakama or skirt. Their role is to assist priests with performing rituals and events. Not M16, MI6. In the United Kingdom, the government organization responsible for the Foreign Intelligence Operation MI6 stands for Military Intelligence Section 6. However, its formal name is the Secret Intelligence Service, SIS. We got the Mode Snake. Solid Snake reference here. Metal Moa Solid Rising. Okay, Solid Rising. It's so good. Okay, Moe. Got the Moe, which I believe in the first world line so many years ago, it was Mo, because I hadn't even gotten into manga yet. So it's like all of this is such. I feel a little bit more comfortable now. That's what I'm saying. After some manga, not that much, and some on anime. Sorry. Cute and daring includes flaws such as glasses, clumsiness, or ditziness. A word used to describe character traits that are cute or endearing includes flaws such as glasses, clumsiness, or ditziness. Moeka. Is that her real name? That is her real name, though. That's her real name, though. But what's Ka stand for? Because... Come on. Also used to refer to the culture of entertainment centered around characters who possess such traits. Moeka. Come on. She's all of those things. She's got the glasses, sort of clumsy, or ditzy. Maybe it's an act. Man. For real. They made a comment too about, multiple personalities. I was like, yeah, I could see it. I could see some shenanigans with that little drop there for one of those retroactive aha moments. When members of an internet community meet in real life, we get the offline meet. We got the once again. Lupin's the Third. Someone explained this to me, but I didn't have the context around what this was. This is referring to something though, but I don't know what that original is. Yeah. Onusa, a wand that is carried by a Shinto priest adorned with shide paper. It is used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits. The otaku. The hobbyists. Alright, we have the PNS, pedestrian heaven. Such as Akihabara, closed major streets so it's like a boardwalk thing, facilitating pedestrian access. Okay, we got the Rainet Kakeru. A popular manga serialized in Logo Comics. The third season of the anime adaptation is currently airing on Toe TV. Although the series is ostensibly aimed at children, the realistic themes depicted also appeal to adults. Like Naruto. More and more children are learning about the internet through this anime. It has reached the point where some scholars claim that children are better informed than their parents with regards to internet issues. Some people are even calling this new generation Rainet children. Some politicians and organizations have strongly criticized the series for encouraging children to become hikikomori by idealizing boys and girls who are obsessed with computers. However, a majority of adults praise the series for teaching children about the possibilities of the internet morality, copyright infringement, and piracy protections. This has contributed to Ryanet's success. Although the series simulates... Oh my god, it's... Was it Reboot? It's Reboot. I loved Reboot. I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. Anyways, got stocks in it. Mainframe Entertainment. They're really good. And then they went under. They did a bunch of Barbie shorts. I forget when. I followed them for Stakeholder. I was really young when I was all into that crap. Anyways, moving on. As Kakeru battles terrorists in cyberspace, his techniques and programs are represented as viral... It's Reboot. As virtual robots, while his enemies' viruses take the forms of monsters. This makes the confrontations easy to visualize with well-themed perspective changes depicting both the protagonist's techniques inside the computer and his friends' teamwork outside the computer. It's like a mix of Reboot and, I don't know, Pokemon? It's not Pokemon, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Maybe something else completely different. Reality Marvel, a type of magecraft in which the user overwrites the world with a pocket dimension based on his or her emotional experience, often used in ordinary conversations to speak of couples flirting in public, immersed in their own world, not caring about the pain they are inflicting on others. The pain they're inflicting on others, the lonely people out there. Serendipity, the ability to discover something valuable when looking for something else. The microwave oven was born through serendipity. CERN. Fictional, a French acronym for Société Européenne pour la Recherche Nucléaire, or European Society for Nuclear Research. The world's largest elementary particle physics laboratory, located on the Franco-Swiss border near Geneva, has a bank, a library, a post office, and a dorm. On the premises, scientists from around the world gather at CERN to research particle physics. Slow food, food that takes time to cook and eat, as opposed to fast food or instant food. Someone this cute can't be a girl. It is an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl but is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Superstring theory. In physics, the theory that all matter in the universe is comprised of strings, the vibrations of which manifest as the elementary particles. This theory, which posits 11 dimensions, is currently impossible to prove experimentally. However, it is said that if this theory is proven, it will explain all phenomenon from the birth and scope of the universe on the macro level to elementary particles like quarks on the micro level. Super hacker. A tremendously skilled hacker, or at least someone who claims to be one. The threat, "my friend's a hacker, so he can easily find out who you are," often appears during arguments on the internet. People mockingly call the obviously non-existent hacker a hacker. Okay, we have TV tremendously skilled hacker. We got theory of relativity, refers to both Einstein's special theory of relativity pushed in 1905 and his general theory of relativity published in 1916, represented by the famous equation E equals mc squared. The special theory of relativity is defined by the following axioms. Objects cannot travel faster than the speed of light. As velocity approaches the speed of light, the passage of time approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, length approaches zero. As velocity approaches the speed of light, mass approaches infinity. The general theory of relativity has the following axioms. In the presence of large gravitational fields, the passage of time slows down. In the presence of large gravitational fields, space curves. In the presence of large gravitational fields, mass increases. The organization is the organization. Nothing more, nothing less. Its formal name is something else, but even uttering that name is a death wish. For that reason, all who know its existence call it simply the organization. Oh, I get it now. And this is associated to the Chunmyu. I was wondering, like, what is this thing? It's like a category, but there's no real way to see category as far as I can tell. So can I click on this? I can't. So anyways, we have the principle of causality, a scientific and philosophical principle that states that every event has a cause, and is by the cause that an effect is produced. It is by that cause that an effect is produced. The theory of relativity is founded upon this principle. However, quantum physicists have observed micro-scale phenomena that do not appear to obey the principles of causality. The system is the means by which the organization maintains its grip on humanity. Its full scope is too vast to comprehend, but suffice it to say that the system gives the organization influence over the government, religion, media, culture, and science worldwide. Most people do not even know that their lives are controlled by the system. It is so deeply embedded in the fabric of society that modern civilization would not be able to function without it destroying the system, therefore would plunge the world into chaos. The world, the power to stop time. The world, otaku. Za warudo. The power to stop time, one of the supernatural abilities called Steins that appear in the popular manga it's JoJo. Juju's Bizarre Adventures. JoJo. Oh, yeah, they do. That's where stands come from, isn't it? Not stands, but stands. Is that where stand comes from? Shit, stands. Oh my god, all this stuff. Like 4 years on the making here, folks. 3 years? When did I start Manga Delve back in the day? 2020? End of 2020 into 2021 through, end of 2022. Now it's here on this channel. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users. Anyways, okay, good. JoJo. It's another series everyone talks about all the time. TV, Tokyo TV. Special bulletin. Joke of TV cuts to a special bulletin. The apocalypse is nigh. We got trolling on the internet, provoking a reaction. We got the true name, the name that describes one's true essence, the soul name. This is Chunbyu. Bullshit. UPX, a major office building in Akihabara. The Urashima effect. In special relativity, I'm pretty sure it's not. Well, it probably is. Science. Special relativity, a phenomenon originating from the fact that time slows down as an object approaches the speed of light. For example, imagine that an astronaut travels to a nearby star and back at close to the speed of light. This trip might take a few years from the astronaut's perspective, but he would return to Earth to find that thousands of years had passed in his absence. We got Wiki, an online system for the creation and compilation of hypertext documents on the web server. And we have the Gigawatts. Originates from 1980s trilogy of Hollywood movies about time machines and time paradoxes. In the first movie, the inventor of the time machine said that it needed 1.21 gigawatts of power to travel through time. In reality, the unit gigawatt does not exist. The script writers made a spelling mistake. The correct unit is a gigawatt. 2D Girl, a female character in an anime game or manga. 98, a Japanese PC series sold from the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s. It sold so well that at one point it was called the National Computer. Windows 98? It's Windows 95. Before that it was, DOS. That's what I got to learn. Age right now. We got Symbol, the ad channel. Japan's most popular message board, covers a wide variety of topics from hacking to cooking to anime to current events. It's 4chan. It's 4chan. And we got New, which popped up now. We got Unread, which popped up now. So we are caught up. That only took half an hour. That was fun. to relive that. So there you go. I'm gonna wrap this one up as well. Thanks for showing up. Let us proceed. I'll catch you in the next blind episode of Steins Gate. Don't forget to explore, engage, inspire, ready. Peace.